Hello and welcome to the YULLAX podcast. My name is Ron and this is episode 14C. It's the end of the trilogy. I hope you enjoyed A and B. I hope that you saw them, and I don't know if you spaced a lot of time between A, B, and C, so I don't know when you watched either or both of them or none. But I really enjoyed doing the one in Nashville on Broadway and showing you I what I like about Nashville and what I know about Nashville, because Broadway is not the only place where there's music in Nashville. There's music all over. But on Broadway, it's more like for tourists, people that want to sing along, have a beer, and get wasted and have a lot of fun. From what I've been told, other places are a little more remote, and it's more people, local people, or just musicians that are trying to get discovered. They test their material, so it's. I'm sure it's very interesting, but I've never experienced it because I love Broadway too much. I hope I gave if only one of you that saw this podcast uh, has decided, you know what, I'm going to go to Nashville because of that podcast, that would make me so happy. Better than if I would get paid to do the podcast because I like it so much. I'd like to be an official spokesperson for Nashville. Maybe I should submit my podcast and tell them that I'm promoting their city in Canada. Anyways, I had a lot of fun doing that, and as you know, my crossing the border on the Monday from Canada to the U.S. was seamless. It was short, a minute 7 seconds. So obviously, I knew ahead of time that crossing back into Canada would be a problem. It was there was no doubt in my mind. So I'll give you the play-by-play. It was quite different of the crossing into the U.S. So I arrived there. There's a little more cars than there were on the Monday crossing into the States. So already, okay. And their cars ahead of me were there for several minutes. So I was like, okay. So I, the more I got close, the more I knew it was going to be probably a problem. So I get there, and she asks me, it's a woman, and she goes, how long were you away? And I go, 5 days. I left Monday, it's Friday. She says, okay. Anything to declare? I said, actually, I bought 2 bottles of wine and a bottle of liquor. She gives me back my passport. She says, okay. Eh? What? That I wasn't expecting. So I'll admit, I was negative to start with, and there was no cause for me to be negative and anticipating problem. There was no problem. Actually, it was much faster than the other one. This probably took me like 20 seconds. Probably the fastest time it took me to go back into Canada. Well, it serves me right. I put down my country and I tell you that's going to be a problem. Bah, 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 bah. Well, joke's on you, Ron. It was seamless and they did everything perfectly. So that's it. That's all I have to. I was expecting to do at least 10 minutes on this subject. And it's not going to happen because there's nothing to say other than it was perfect, seamless, easy peasy. So, to give you a little more material, I decided I'll tell you my first big night in Nashville. It's a Monday. I get there with a colleague. I'm the sales manager. He's my rep, and we get to Nashville around dinner time. 5:30 or whatever. And we have a car problem to start with, so we go to a garage and we fix that. And while we're there, we're asking, where should we eat? And this and that. My buddy has never been in Nashville either at that point, so we don't know. So they're trying to sell us on barbecue because somehow the barbecue there is probably much better than anywhere else, apparently. But no, we didn't want that. So we checked into the hotel. We changed. We did our stuff, work a bit, and then we went to the lobby. Asked where can we have a good Italian meal. We found a good Italian restaurant. Took some wine, talked a bit, and now around 9 o'clock, let's go see what's happening in Nashville. So we're walking exactly where I showed you, and we don't know where to go. We don't know these places. Everything seems interesting. The bands all sound good, and you have good songs here, there. So where to go? We don't know. And then we come just near the stage, and we hear female voices singing. So my buddy, oh, that's just like the Dixie Chicks. I want to see that. I go, okay, I don't know the Dixie Chicks. So we walk in. There's three girls, two guitars, one banjo, and they sing in harmony. It's very nice. I gotta admit, it was very pleasant. So we sit down, order a beer while they playing that one song, and they played maybe one or two more, and that was it. All right, we're done. Then they pack their guitars and whatnot, and they get ready, and they get out. So all right, what do we do? Well, let's enjoy our beer. Somebody else is gonna set up. It's only 10 o'clock, 10:15 or whatever. So we'd see these guys walking in with guitars and another guitar and keyboard and another keyboard and a bass. How many? 5, 6 guys that walk in and they start plugging in their stuff and installing the keyboard. And I said, well, this is interesting and I'm anxious to hear them play, but it took forever. So we're kind of, let's go. There's music all over. We don't have to wait for this, guys. Let's go somewhere that they're already playing. But it's the time where there's the shift change, so it's probably like that in most places that we've learned to find out. And so eventually they're all there, they're all ready to go, and then they start playing this classic song. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. This other guy, this other mic, this guitar, this other guitar, the bass, the drum. Play something, will you? I'm starting to lose my patience a little bit, just a little bit. But thankfully, we stuck around. When they started playing, it was one classic rock hit, one after the other. Like Journey, Pink Floyd, and Kansas, Brian Adams, Bon Jovi. It's like listening to classic rock station, but see them live and so well. Very good covers. If there's a guitar solo in the middle, that guitar solo is the same. The voice sounds as good. It was fantastic. That band was on freaking believable. Loved it. I was, I couldn't get enough. So comes about 2 o'clock after I don't know how many beers, but we're not driving, so that's fine. But I think we can barely walk at that point. And my buddy says, "Hey, we should call it quits. We have to work in the morning." And I go, "Yeah, you're right. All right, so let's go." But as I explained once, I have a problem with leaving when the band is still playing. I really have a problem with that, and especially when they're that good. So the hotel is just around the corner. We go in the hotel, take the elevator to our floor. We get to the room. We open the door, and then I go, "Hey, dude, we gotta go back." He says, "Go back where?" I said, "We gotta. They're still playing. We should go back. They were so good. I want to go back." He said, "Well, you go back. I'm not going back." I go, "Okay." So I went alone. I went back. They were still playing. They played till 4. I didn't have another beer. I couldn't handle another beer. But I was there in front of the stage, singing along and dancing alone. There was much less people at that point, around 4 o'clock. And I was just, I could have died happy right there. Luckily, I didn't. And so I walked back and I set my alarm for 6. So I get up at 6 after, I don't know, an hour, 40 minutes of sleep, which is not enough. So, but I have to set the example. I'm the manager. I gotta. oh, let's take off today is not an option. So I get in the shower, I get dressed and everything. I turn on my laptop, and he gets up around 6:45, and I'm ready to go. And he looks at me and says, "What the fuck? How do you do this?" I said, "I'm a professional." So he goes, "Okay." So then he gets in the bathroom, and I hear the shower going, "Oh, oh, oh." I was so hungover. I was hurting everywhere, but I didn't want to show or display um, what I was feeling because, it's not professional. So we go out, we do some calls, and around 11:30, I said, "Oh, dude, can we break for lunch now? I'm really hungry and I don't feel all that good." I said, "Oh, really? Okay." Like I did him a favor, but I was doing me a favor as well. So we didn't go out the Monday night, and obviously we found this band over and over. They were playing at the stage on Monday nights. As I said, I repeat myself: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are good nights to be in Nashville. It's busy, but it's manageable. You can go to a bar and then go to another and change streets, and you never have a lineup or seldom. So it's good. And the times that on the rare occasion where we did not have fun, is that we were chasing fun too much. We got greedy. We'd walk into a place, we'd go, we sit for order a beer. That's we got in. So obviously something attracted us. We got there, and after that particular song, the following song is oh no, I don't want to hear that. We go. You do that there, you do that there, you do that there over and over and over. Soon enough, it's midnight. You didn't park yourself nowhere. You're not enjoying your night. You're just chasing fun, and it's moving away. Maybe it was there where after one beer, you left. So, my advice to you, if and when you go to Nashville, you go on Broadway as I showed you, and you might want to test your own thing, and that's perfectly fine. But at one point, something is going to attract you to go inside. Maybe the drum sounds great, and you see that guy in the window, and he looks cool, and they're playing a song that you like. Maybe it's a very good looking singer that you want to see because you see her ass from because you're behind, you want to see the face. And well, whatever motivates you to go inside that particular bar, just go with it. Sit your ass down, order a beer, and wait 3, 4 songs before deciding if you want to stay or not. If after 4 songs you're not into it, that's probably not the band for you. There's a chance. So you could give it 2 more songs, or you can go and try somewhere else. And again, do the same thing. But don't change bars at every song. You will not have a good night. Um, so that's it. That's it. That's all I have for you tonight, guys. For episode 14C, the end of the trilogy. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And again, my apologies for skipping the end of April. And hopefully, I'll be there at the end of June to entertain you once again, my YULLAX fans. 3 of you. All 3 of you. No, I'm kidding. So that's it for now. See you in June. Take care. Play safe.